Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm James Hine alongside Bruce Badgley. Welcome to the flagship station and B&B Media's broadcast here on a gorgeous night on the campus of Millersville University at Chris Field for Penn Manor hosting Cedar Crest. A big matchup here, first matchup within the section for each team, and two different outcomes in the beginning of the season for the first three games. Cedar Crest coming in at 2-1, Penn Manor coming in at 0-3. A tough start on offense for the Comets.
Yeah, tough start on offense for the Comets. On the flip side, the first two games were very good for Cedar Crest. Obviously, took it on the chin last week, scoring only 3 points. But I'm really anxious to see, how things shake out for both of these teams. We talked to both coaches there, Coach Brubaker and obviously Coach Lambros for Cedar Crest. And I'll tell you what, they both still very upbeat. We talked to them a little bit about, how things changed for them, having a Thursday night game. Coach Lambros said it was a little bit different just because of the fact that, they got to go to school tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the main thing. But, Coach Brubaker, he's just anxious, to get a win, quite honestly. And I think both of these teams, as we get ready for league play, are very upbeat. What do you think, James?
Yeah, both coaches very optimistic coming into tonight's game. Cedar Crest putting up 45 points in each of their first two games, and then a tough loss against Warwick last week, 19-3. And they're looking to avenge that loss here and take it out on the Comets, as the Comets are just trying to get their footing. Coach was confident that they're ready to go here tonight. It's Military Appreciation Night, a beautiful ceremony before the game started with lots of military staff and personnel, active and non-active military personnel. So it's going to be a good night here as Penn Manor hosts the Cedar Crest Falcons, with Penn Manor wearing their Military Appreciation jerseys, the camouflage, also camouflaging the numbers a little bit on us here, with tough to see from distance, but it looking good right now as the sun sets on the field here at Millersville University.
I laughed about, what we talked about, but, my gosh, it's, it is going to be very difficult to identify, the Penn Manor players. So please kind of bear with James and myself here, especially with Penn Manor. It is going to be difficult at best, so we may have to rely on the public address announcer sometimes for those Penn Manor players. But listen, this is a very important game for both teams, and I really believe that Penn Manor about ready to break out here.
As the captains head to midfield for the coin toss, along with a member of the National Guard.
Yeah, just so much military, here tonight. And we really marveled at the amount of representation, from the Penn Manor sideline.
It took up about 40 yards of the field, and they were worth of a line of military personnel lining up with their sponsor in a player or cheerleader from Penn Manor. So we're just about ready to go here. Getting things all situated here as the...
Well, thanks for joining us here on Flagship Network, BNB Media. Bruce Badgley, James Hine, glad to get back together, James. My God, we've been doing games for a few years here, and ready for our national anthem. All right, James, here we go, man.
It's time for some football on a beautiful night. The sun peeks slightly over the trees behind the scoreboard here at Crist Field. It's tough seeing the sun go down so early, but
yeah, I was thinking that same thing. You know, I've had so many people come up to me this week and say, why all the Thursday night games? Well, it's because of those guys in the striped shirt there. You know, we've talked at length across multimedias of the fact that there is an official shortage in the state of Pennsylvania. And because there are not enough officials to do all of the games on, one Friday night, that's why leagues have to. There's only so many officials. So if there aren't enough officials, they have to play games on other nights. And that's the reason why, plain and simple.
Yeah, Coach Nick Lambros talked about how last year they played on a Thursday, but they had Labor Day weekend right after it, so the kids didn't have to go to school the next day. So hopefully everyone stays awake in class tomorrow, and we have a good game here tonight as Penn Manor will receive the kickoff. Eli Beard with the kickoff. It's returned at the goal line. And brought down is Jemai Torres. He's brought down at the 15-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10.
Yeah, and again, I mean, for Penn Manor, what Coach Brubaker's trying to do is just get some consistency on offense going.
We're going to actually mark it at the 16-yard line, 1st and 10. First possession for the Comets, looking to get that offense fired up. We'll see what the Cedar Crest defense has in store.
It's like they're trying to spread them out to start here.
Yeah, backs to the right, and a full start here. They're going to call it. Almost got away with it, but it looked like the official had trouble getting that flag out of his pocket there.
Didn't know where he was. Didn't know where it was in his pocket.
And a quick personnel change now that it's going to be 1st and 15 for the Comets.
Yeah, wow. Usually when you have like a little false start penalty there, you kind of just go with the same play. But looks like they're going to revamp the offense and try it again.
Come back in a pistol formation now and toss it out to the back. Flag on the play as they go around the end.
Pitch goes to number 26, Randy Guthrie.
Randy Guthrie on the carry. We'll see what that flag is.
Yeah, I don't think, the best start for Penn Manor. Another penalty here.
Maybe illegal formation, false start.
Ouch. Coach Brubaker talked about the fact that he felt that Tuesday's practice is maybe their best of the year. So
yeah, it gets the kids a little off schedule here this Thursday game, and the coaches talked to us about that in the pregame, that they shortened their Monday routine and packed it into Tuesday and Wednesday and then kept it light yesterday. So consistency is key, and when you're knocked off schedule, it's not easy. Just like if you're playing in the NFL and you have a short week, things change. Body needs time to recover, especially early in the season. I'm sure there's some bumps and bruises on these players getting acclimated to hitting each other full time, as we have a run to the left side here and a good stop by the Cedar Crest defense.
Yeah, I really like the misdirection here, handing the ball off inside, but well defended there by the Falcons.
Yeah, Angel Luna carries there. So Luna with the second carry. Randy Guthrie carried the first time. So the sophomore, then the senior. And the Comets are going backwards on this drive.
Boy, I mean, 2nd and about 20 here.
Two backs in the backfield. They go to the up back, and He goes nowhere, maybe a yard. About a yard and a half on the play. Luna carries again.
Yeah, and again, good job by the defense there, actually kind of moving that line of scrimmage back into the Penn Manor backfield. But, need to get a little energy going here. One of the things that I always talk about, and James, you know that from working with me as much as you have, I think the single biggest thing that a coach can do to set the tempo for their team is to really get them fired up to start. How are they going to play call to get the energy going?
Motion now, and they give it to the motion man. Around the outside, a gain of a few yards. That's Jemai Torres. And it's going to bring up 4th down and long. And a punting situation.
Boy, and again, great penetration that time by number 3, Wyatt Fox. Really disrupted that play for the Falcons.
Looks like Jack Warrenavage is back for the Falcons as the punt is away. A spiraled kick, fielded and brought down immediately is Jack Warrenavage.
Yeah, really great jobs on special teams.
Punt return by number 4, Jack Warrenavage. Brought down by number 12, Jack Werfel.
Jack Werfel with the tackle there. That was big time on special teams. He was really the only thing to stop him from a big gain down the sidelines.
Yeah, it could have been that. He could have ran that ball to at least the 35-yard line, if not more. And now it's a 1st down and 10 for the Falcons at the Comets' 45-yard line. As we get a peek at this Falcons offense that is not afraid to put points up on the board. They started off with a quarterback keeper, and he's got some room across the 30. Pushes a man down, keeps going, dancing around, wiggling in and out. And a nice run there as Jackson Custer keeps it himself on the read option. And that's a great start for the Falcons.
Look at that footwork, not only avoiding tacklers but staying in bounds for extra yardage there.
Yeah, plenty of patience there from the QB.
And a great play on 1st down to open. It was wide open through the center of that Penn Manor defense.
Falcons in the gun again. This time he gives it off to the running back. He's around the outside and has a nice gain down to the 15-yard line. Goes Isaiah Zimmerman.
Yeah, and again, look at this Penn Manor line. The line of scrimmage is down near the 20. Boom, look at there, lowering his head. Good job.
2nd and 2 for the Falcons. See if this Penn Manor defense can tighten up here close to the end zone. And the red zone opportunity for the Falcons, what will they do? Custer throws underneath a short 5-yard pass with some room created by the wide receiver. Cameron Tirado with the catch and small run to get them closer. It's going to be spotted at the 8-yard line.
Boy, the receivers you just saw it there. They just all lined up. They went down 5 yards and just turned around and looked at the quarterback, and then it was the quarterback's responsibility to find out who was open. There were 4 guys just standing there in line.
Took the short throw, easy throw, completion, couple extra yards, and now here's the 4th play of the drive, and right up the gut goes Zimmerman, and he's in for the touchdown as the Falcons score quickly to take that 6-0 lead pending the extra point.
Look at that. They parted that defensive line there and in for the score. They made it look easy, James.
That's how you want to start. Short field, took advantage, and now the extra point.
Attempt the extra point, number 36, Ethan Bauman.
And Ethan Bauman's kick is good. It's 7-0 Cedar Crest with 7:30 to play in the first quarter.
Well, with 7:30 to play, we are going to bring in an announcement, and we will be right back with you.
And Bakery, where we have a range of options to suit any taste. We are a family-friendly establishment offering a welcoming atmosphere for any occasion or a casual outing. Join us for our weekday breakfast buffet from 7 to 10 a.m. or our weekday brunch buffet from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Want to bring the family out for a weekend brunch? Join us on Saturday and Sunday for our grand weekend brunch buffet from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. The Wyomissing Restaurant and Bakery, located at 1245 Penn Avenue in Wyomissing.
And we're back as the Falcons get set to kick off, and Penn Manor looking to have some better luck on this second drive of the game.
Yeah, better luck. I tell you, they came out, a couple of penalties, right away. They got pushed back to their goal line, and obviously playing the field position game, Cedar Crest did a great job, and 7-0.
Eli Beard to kick off, waiting for the official to allow him to do so. And here we go. Beard is ready. 3 men deep for the Comets. And a squib fielded by 2 players, and now it's taken. And a nice breakout here run as the Comets with a big, big return. Randy Guthrie with a nice return and great starting field position for drive 2 for the Comets.
And that's exactly what they needed. A little bit of energy there, James, and a good job getting up the sideline.
Couple of penalties on the first drive, set them back close to the goal line. They got a little conservative, and now they have some extra room to work with as they're at the 48-yard line of the Falcons. First and 10.
That's
backwards pass.
That was a backwards. Oh, and
it was very close. Very close.
I thought, let's take a look at it again here. I thought it was backwards, and it is backwards. He's at the 43, and he throws it back to the 44. That should be a fumble. But the official, you can see him waving his hands there, incomplete. But anyway.
Big break there for the Comets.
Yeah, I think so. That could have been a fumble.
2nd and 10 now.
That could have been a fumble.
Connor Smee in the backfield. Shotgun formation. He's got the ball, passes it up to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Well, I like the fact that they're trying to get the quarterback, into the game with some high percentage throws. The problem is Cedar Crest is all over him.
Nathaniel Ruiz with that catch goes for no gain. It's 3rd and 10 as Smee got it out there, but the Falcons defense swarming to the football. 3rd and 10. Smee has it, drops back, looks downfield, throws to the sideline. It's completed. And it looks like that's Ruiz again. And that's the first down for the Comets. They move the chains and are at the 36-yard line of the Falcons.
Good job on that pass. He looked left. He looked the defender off there. And that's really what opened up the play. Good job by Penn Manor here on a drive.
A couple of simple throws. Get your quarterback in a rhythm and see what can happen as Smee has it. Running back to his left out of the shotgun. Trip receivers on the far side of the field. Here's Smee. Lofts it up. It's caught again down at the 25-yard line. That's Jason Osman with the catch.
And again, a little bit different there, but really didn't look at that receiver till he was ready to throw the ball. Goes up and gets it. Good defense, though.
That's Colin Robinson. These jerseys got me on that one as I added a 1 to it somehow. But Colin Robinson with the catch. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line as the Comets have something going here. Here's motion. They fake the direct snap to the wide receiver, and on the outside goes Jack Warfel. He's got a gain of 6.
Yeah, nice play there on 1st down. Kind of opens up the playbook when you're at 2nd and 4.
Like the motion from the Comets here, keeping the Falcons on their toes. Especially after you had a couple of good pass completions. Ball hasn't been on the ground much as far as the run game goes. As Smee is in the back, here's motion again. Now he hands it off to the back. The back has a little bit of room. He's going to get him a little closer to the 1st down marker. Be about 2 yards short of the 1st down. They'll bring up 3rd and 2.
You know, I tell you what, give credit to that Cedar Crest defense because Penn Manor has tried that misdirection inside handoff play a couple of times now, and the Falcons have been all over that.
3rd and 2 at the 18. Pistol formation, Smee. Pitches it out. And close to a 1st down. Going to depend on the spot is Randy Guthrie. It's close.
Very close. I got to believe they're going to go for it if they didn't get the 1st down.
The official has his fist in the air. It's 4th down. And it looks like it might be shorter than 1. See what they do here as Smee comes out in the pistol with Guthrie behind him. Motion to the far side. Fake the pitch, handed underneath, and he stopped. The defense.
Again, that misdirection play that Cedar Crest has just been all over. And it's because of the penetration right up the middle. Watch. The guards pull, but that man that was unblocked just came flying in to blow up the play.
And Malachi Victor in on the stop there for the Falcons. Turnover on downs, 4 minutes, 12 seconds. Ball at the 20-yard line for this Falcon offense as Jackson Custer brings his squad back out. Zimmerman in the backfield with him to his right. They fake the handoff. Now on the slant route, incomplete, intended for Jack Warnavage.
Yeah, I mean, a good selection there. Unfortunately, it just misconnection there, but
Second and 10 now for the Falcons. 2 wide receivers set. They go, and Custer's going to keep it himself. Again, he gains a couple of yards. Looks like about 7 or 8.
Custer on the keeper.
It's going to be about 9 yards.
Had me a little bit faked out there on the camera. Obviously, good gain there on 1st down. Or, excuse me, that was 2nd down. So 3rd and short.
Good chunk plays on the read option for the Falcons. If they stick with that, it's going to be hard to stop all night, as both Custer and Zimmerman have had big carries when they kept it. And it's 3rd and short, 3rd and 2 for the Falcons. Custer pitches it up. That's Zimmerman with the 1st down, and the chains will move for Cedar Crest. Ball at the 33-yard line. Custer with Zimmerman to his right. Motion man pitches it up to Cameron Tirado. He has a nice gain past the 40-yard line. He's going to go down at the 41. The ground game is working for the Falcons. Second and 2 for Cedar Crest as Custer comes back in with the play. Penn Manor looking for answers on defense to stop this run game with the misdirection and the pitching. As there's Tirado in motion, the fake pitch now. He's going to throw. Custer goes deep. He's got a man. It's caught. Christian Viveros, and the ball's out. They're going to call him down. They're going to call him down at the 21-yard line.
Well, let's see what the replay tells us. It does look like he was down.
But a big play, a chunk play for the Falcons, has them knocking on the red zone at the 21-yard line. 1st and 10. Looking to add to this 7-point lead early on here late in the first quarter, but early in the game. Here's Zimmerman. Carries. Lots of space. Makes a move. Sidesteps another, and he's got another first down for the Falcons at the 10-yard line.
Yeah.
They're going to mark it at the 8.
Right now, Penn Manor has no answer. The Falcons are kind of moving the ball at will.
And the Falcons' offense has them off balance. And then they throw in that chunk pass play, and that just really has them spinning as the Falcons inside the 10 for the second time tonight, looking to punch in another one. Split back formation out of the gun. Custer hands it off to Zimmerman. Zimmerman's met 2 yards in, but he fights forward for a few more. He's at the 6-yard line. 2nd and goal. Gain of 2 yards on the play. The Comets looking to keep them out.
2nd down and goal from the 6-yard line.
Custer with Zimmerman to his left. 2 wide receivers to the far side. Motion man goes Viveros. And Custer keeps it. He's got one man to beat, and he stiff arms him and trots into the end zone for a Falcons touchdown.
Incredible. Watch, he just kind of gives him the leg. The stiff leg there. Look at there.
Little hesitation, then the stiff arm to finish him off and walk into the end zone.
Wow. Making it look easy, James.
They are for sure. As Jackson Custer looking good using the legs tonight. Helping out that offense. Doing it all. Throwing, running, making good decisions on the read option.
Ooh, my.
Extra point is good.
It's 14-0. 54 to play. 54 seconds to play here in the first quarter on a gorgeous night as the sun is gone and the lights are shining bright.
Lights
Thursday night.
Yeah, we love it. We love it. Hey, listen, thanks for joining us here. We're going to get to one of our commercials here.
Welcome back to Chris Field. James Hine alongside Bruce Badgley on the flagship network, B&B Studios. As the Falcons kick it off to Penn Manor. We'll see if they can get a nice return here as this one drives them back to the 1-yard line. And there's return space out there. He tries to cut it upfield, and he's met at the 20-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Comets, trying to get this offense kicked into gear. Only 8 points so far to start the year on the offensive side of the football for the Comets. They moved it well on their second possession, and now looking to build on that as they're in a 14-0 hole here at home.
Just as you mentioned, I mean, they moved the ball well the last time that they had it. And just credit to that, bend but don't break Falcon defense.
Yeah, 4th and short. And the Falcons defense stepped up and then took it right down the field on offense with some big plays to extend their lead. So here's Smee in the pistol formation. Motion to the far side. Flag on the play. Fake pitch. Now he's going to throw. Smee's pass is intercepted. It's intercepted by Luke Oriel. He's got room. He's running. Another flag comes in. There's some dirty laundry on the field with some flags, and we'll see what how they're gonna sort this one out. It is an interception pending the penalties.
Tip drill there. Teammate knocked it up in the air there, and number 5 there, Oriel comes down with it, but looks like it's going to be retained by the Falcons on the turnover. And that's going to end I thought that was the end of the quarter. No, still have 33.9 left.
The false start penalty is declined. I guess it would be illegal formation there on that one.
Yep.
And then illegal block in the back on Cedar Crest. So the interception's going to stand. They're going to get pushed back as the official walks off the yardage. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line of Penn Manor. This Cedar Crest looking to put more points up on the board.
1st and 10 for the Falcons.
What a start for the Falcons, and Penn Manor still trying to find their footing.
Yeah, I tell you what, that's the really tough part there is Penn Manor having so much trial and tribulation on offense, and Cedar Crest just putting their foot on their throat here.
Split back formation out of the shotgun. Custer, flush to the left, throws it up towards the end zone. He's got a man jumping, and 50-50 ball is caught for the touchdown by Jack Warrenavage.
Watch him go. This is perfect. This is textbook. He goes at its highest point, jumps, and right over the defender and falls into the end zone. Incredible.
The quick strike ability of this Falcons offense. They run the ball, and then they sneak it over the top with some big plays off the hand of Jackson Custer. And a great catch there from Jack Warrenavage.
And I love the play call. I mean, you get
Why not?
You get the turnover, go for the jugular. I love it. Looks like we got a player down, unfortunately. So,
Coach,
looks like he's up. Okay.
Yeah. Coach Lambros talked about how they got punched in the mouth a little bit, and they were ready to come back and fight back. And this is one heck of a way to start the game.
Absolutely.
With a tough sectional schedule coming up for both teams, Cedar Crest heads to Wilson next week. An extra day's rest, but Penn Manor will host Reading next week as the Falcons get ready to kick the extra point. It's Ethan Bauman to try. A lot happened in 30 seconds there, Bruce. Only 25 seconds left.
It's still the first quarter.
First quarter. 21-0.
Incredible. Like you said, there's still 25 seconds remaining in the quarter. Thanks for joining us here, Flagship Network, BNB Media. Bruce Badgley, along with my good friend James Hine. We've done games here before, James. I mean, we've done football, boys basketball, girls basketball, lacrosse.
Yeah.
You know, we've done a lot of things together here, you know, as far as from a broadcast perspective. So a lot of fun, you know, getting back in the saddle, doing some football with my good friend James Hine tonight.
For sure. Happy to be back. And I'm glad it's not raining tonight. Because normally when we're here for football, it's raining or it's really cold. But it's hotter down there on the field for Cedar Crest as they are lighting up the scoreboard here in the first quarter.
They sure are.
Now, kick return fielded at the 5-yard line. He goes to the outside. He's cutting it upfield. He gets it past the 30-yard line. It looked like Jalen Dupree. So each of the 3 players that the Comets send back for the kickoffs have fielded it. And this one comes out to the 31-yard line. 15 seconds to play in the first quarter. Penn Manor searching for answers. Trying to keep pace with this Cedar Crest team.
And at this point, Penn Manor and Coach Brubaker, I mean, they're just trying to take it one series at a time.
There's Smee. Flag on the play from the back judge. Looks like delay of game. So back goes the Comets again. Lots of penalties to start this game for the offense of Penn Manor. It'll be 1st and 15 at the 26. Smee out of the shotgun. He's going to pass. Fakes to the right. Goes deep. Got a man wide open. It's complete. The 40, 30, 20, 10. Touchdown. He's going to score a big play that the Comets desperately needed.
Yeah, 64 yards.
Colin Robinson.
Excuse me, 74 yards.
Caught the Cedar Crest defense sleeping on that fake pass short.
Well, that's
Robinson went deep and he hit him.
Well, that's what you know. I mean, that's a play that you've basically been setting up with your entire offensive flow up to that point. Kind of faked the short pass and went deep. The defender bit, and that's the result.
And the extra point is good. Zach Jeffers puts it in.
All right, we're going to go to a quick commercial, and we will be right back. Hey, by the way, James, there's still 2.4 seconds remaining.
It's amazing.
In the quarter.
Quick scores for both teams, but a really, really much needed touchdown for the Comets there in this first quarter to keep this game close.
Incredible. This has been really, you know, people are thinking like, oh, well, 21-7. This may be the most exciting 1 minute
for sure.
That I've seen this year, clearly.
Yeah. We still got a kickoff return to come as Isaiah Zimmerman is deep with Cameron Tirado for the Falcons. And a low line drive kick bounces at the 8-yard line, goes out of bounds, penalty flag. Comets are having trouble avoiding those penalties tonight in the early going.
Yeah, especially, on the kickoff there, just trying to keep it in bounds. Just, very, very important. No reason to, get too cute about it. But I tell you what, there was a gigantic exhale in this stadium when, the Comets scored that touchdown because, the amount of tension and pressure, I'm sure, that was on that team was just crushing.
And the Falcons are going to have the Comets re-kick. They'll take the penalty, push them back, and try to get better field position on a return. But, yeah, you're fighting for points all year, scrapping and clawing, and finally you have a breakthrough on a big play.
Cedar Crest has elected for Penn Manor to re-kick.
So trying for a little bit better field position. The kicker's got a pretty good leg. I don't know if this may or may not be the best idea, but we'll see what happens.
Here's another line drive kick fielded by Tirado. He's got it across the 25, across the 30, and he's brought down at the 34-yard line. Good coverage by the Comets as the first quarter comes to an end.
Listen, we're going to go to a quick announcement from one of our sponsors, and we will be right back. Stick with us.
(21-7) after one quarter here at Chris Field on the campus of Millersville University, home to the Penn Manor Comets, as Cedar Crest has the lead 21-7. Cedar Crest with a tough drive down here. Coach Landros talked about it in the pregame a little bit. A long, tedious drive down here.
Yeah, and a lot of traffic.
Especially, on a Thursday.
Yeah, they were kind of late getting in here.
Custer hands it off, and a nice run across the 40-yard line. Tackled down at the 41 is Zimmerman. Looks like he was Nate Ruiz on the tackle. And an injury on the field for Penn Manor. One of the Comets are down.
All right, well, while we have that injury timeout, we're going to go ahead and go to an announcement, and we will be right back.
A first down marker. It's going to be close. We'll see if they give them the first down.
Yeah, it is pretty close. I think that's the first time all night that
you're going to measure
that Cedar Crest has done two consecutive running plays. I mean, as you talked about, they've been very balanced, with their attack.
That's for sure. As the yardage by Zimmerman is good enough to get them a first down, The ball at the 44-yard line for the Falcons. But lots of misdirection from both teams, and the Falcons have had more success and a couple of bigger plays. But we'll see if the Comets' offense has been woken up here. There's Custer with another deep throw downfield. Trying to move his body around to make the catch is Warren Avage. Penalty flag right at the spot where the pass landed. And we'll see if this is probably going to be defensive pass interference.
Yeah, I think that's the definition of a mugging.
Yeah, Warren Avage trying to fight back to the football, and the defender just all over him.
So that's going to be a 15-yarder. It's not a spot foul. It's 15 yards.
Yeah, the Falcons are not shy about throwing it downfield.
Oh,
they've had
but
success. Plenty of success.
That's going to be offsetting penalties. There was illegal procedure on Cedar Crest. So a big break there for Penn Manor. Still 10:53 to go until halftime.
Yes, the ball is flying down the field, and time is not ticking off that clock.
It is not. A lot of passes, a lot of penalties, a lot of scoring. Slow game.
Here's Custer, Zimmerman to his right. Fakes the handoff on the read option. Keeps in a gain of 2 yards for Custer.
Yeah, that's the one thing that they haven't done. They haven't. I think Custer ran it, down the field there, one time. But I tell you what, I mean, just give that Cedar Crest coaching staff credit. As you pointed out, James, they've just got this Penn Manor defense on their heels.
Here's Custer. Tirado in motion. He gives it off to Zimmerman. He's got a big hole. And he's got plenty of room as he's finally met by some Comets at the 35-yard line. And another first down for the Falcons as they move the chains.
I mean, he wasn't even touched till he got to the 36-yard line.
That offensive line is giving some big holes to Zimmerman and Custer when he chooses to keep the football. And he's kept the line's kept Custer clean on the deep passing routes.
Yeah, you're right. He has had a clean pocket to pass from.
Wanted to go deep, did Custer. He had Viveros deep, but he chose to go short to Tirado. After the play fake to Trios, Josh Trios spelling Zimmerman on that play. 2nd and 10. Or sorry, 2nd and 13.
2nd down and 13.
Got him kind of pistoled there in the formation, Custer.
There's the first carry for Trios. Got me faked out as Custer keeps it, and he's still on his feet fighting for yardage. He goes out of bounds.
Look at how he sizes up 2 defenders there and speed to get outside.
And there's a flag on the play. We'll see if this one's coming back. But that read option that the Falcons are running is giving not just the Comets fits, but giving us fits up here. We have another injury down there on the field for the Comets, another man down as the team takes a knee.
Well, as they attend to the player, we're going to take Just a brief timeout here.
Where we have a range of options to suit any taste. We are a family-friendly establishment offering a welcoming atmosphere for any occasion or a casual outing. Join us for our weekday breakfast buffet from 7 to 10 a.m. or our weekday brunch buffet from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Want to bring the family out for a weekend brunch? Join us on Saturday and Sunday for our grand weekend brunch buffet from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. The Wyomissing Restaurant and Bakery, located at 1245 Penn Avenue in Wyomissing.
As Rashawn Doyle walks off the field, gingerly, the sophomore DB. First and 10 at the 11-yard line of the Comets as the Falcons are looking to add to this 14-point lead under 10 minutes here in the second quarter.
Another impressive drive here for the Falcons, really mixing it up well.
Here's Trio. She carries this one, and he's got room. He's wiggling in there. He's down to the 2-yard line, down to the 1-yard line for the Falcons. So that'll give him a first down. First and goal from the 1 now for Cedar Crest.
And again, really good movement on that offensive line with the trap blocks and those linemen basically pulling into the hole. Really impressive stuff.
And the Falcons quick to the line. Here's the snap. They give it back to Trio, and he stopped. A loss of a yard on the play.
Stopped on the play by number 33, Deshaun Florentino.
Jayshawn Florentino on the stop. A nice stop. They're close to the goal line as the Comets are trying to keep this Falcons team out of the end zone. The Falcons have scored on every possession so far.
Yeah, that's a pretty impressive stat.
Here's Trio. She's got it. And the spot is going to be short. He's going to be short of the goal line.
So what do you do if you're Cedar Crest? I mean, do you kick the field goal? Do you go for it? Personally, I like to try and go for the points. I mean, it's just an extra point.
Yeah, I think you're that close. You trust those big boys up front to push you into the end zone.
All right, Comet fans, make some noise for your defense.
As Custer in the backfield, Trios to his right. Torado in motion. They give it to Trios, and he's in for the touchdown. 4 possessions, 4 touchdowns for the Cedar Crest Falcons.
And I tell you what, some misdirection there, too, with the one back going the other way, and then he just dives right in. Incredible.
Yeah, they get Torado in motion often, and that's been wreaking havoc for that Comet defense. Bauman on to kick the extra point. The kick is good. 28-7.
Bauman 4 for 4. You know, that means a lot in a game like this. Those extra points. A lot of just mental issues related to the fact that the team's got to get, a full 7 points there. I know that last year there was a playoff game that I did, between Hershey and Exeter. And when Exeter missed an extra point to only go up 20 to nothing, I go just remember that. And you know what? It turned out to be, mentally got Hershey back in the game. And that's the thing here. As long as, Cedar Crest keeps, putting those extra points up, it just means that there's one more score that that Penn Manor team's got to get back in this game.
You have 2 seniors kicking extra points, one for each squad here. And it's showing early, especially for the Falcons, with 4 attempts and 4 made extra points. by Ethan Bauman as Eli Beard kicks off. Fielded at the 4-yard line. Another nice return here for Penn Manor as the runner's out across the 50-yard line, close to the 50-yard line. Looks like the 48 or 49. Jack Warfel on the return. And the special teams return team on the kickoffs here for the Penn Manor Comets has 3 out of 4 returns that have gone past the 40-yard line as they try to set their offense up for success with 7 minutes and 31 seconds here in the first half.
Yeah, as you mentioned, James, I mean, that definitely has been a bright spot for the Comets tonight. Got to try and take advantage of that good field position, though.
Try to keep that defense off of the field and let them get some rest since the Falcons have been scoring at will here in the first half. Miscommunication there between the quarterback, Smee, and Elijah Hurst. Fortunate for that one to be a low pass, and the defense couldn't pick it off.
Yeah, it really was an errant throw there.
2nd and 10 now for the Comets. The ball's at the 45-yard line, so he must have stepped out. Werfel must have stepped out on the far side of the field right around the 45. Comets looking for some answers on offense. Had a big play earlier in the game for their touchdown. Smee completes a pass, broken tackle, bounce to the outside. A great move, and a block. A flag comes out for a blindside block. But Jemai Torres has the catch and a first down. It's just going to depend on where that penalty occurred, and that ball's going to come back.
Yeah, that's a shame because he was in the open field. Not entirely sure that block really even needed to be thrown to spring him. Let's see what the officials have to say here.
Personal foul, blindside block. Sends them back. It'll be first down. And the ball spotted at the Comets' 47-yard line.
Wow. Just about where they started from.
They got a first down, but only 2 yards from their starting point.
Yeah. That's one of the strangest things I've ever seen. They got the first down, then they got the penalty, and they got a first down by only netting out 2 yards.
It is lots of penalties here in the first half for the Comets that aren't helping. Here's a nice catch and run after the catch across the 50-yard line. Colin Robinson with the catch. And it'll bring up 2nd and 5.
Well, Penn Manor looks like they're going to be relying on the passing game. Number one, because they're down 3 touchdowns. But number two, that Falcon defense just isn't letting them run the ball.
Here's Smee, lofts it over the lineman's head. And great defense there. That's Garrett Starry. Coming in to make the stop.
I was holding my breath while that ball was in the air. A, that somebody didn't intercept it, but B, that some defender didn't come in and just totally lay out the running back. So
a loss on the play. It's going to be 3rd and 6 as the clock ticks closer to 6 minutes here in the first half. Smee in the shotgun. Has the snap, drops back. Here comes the rush, gets hit, releases the ball. It's caught on the sideline. And they're going to say it's incomplete. He was out of bounds.
Oh, my.
No catch.
Well, that's on the far side of the field, so we're not getting a really good look at it. But again, he was wide open. So 4th down. Wondering if they are going to kick, and it looks like they are.
Yeah, they bring the punt unit on. Punt lands and goes out of bounds at the 24-yard line. 23-yard line.
Goes out of bounds. Cedar Crest takes over. 1st and 10 on the 24-yard line.
I was right the first time, Bruce.
Yes.
24-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Falcons. 5:46 to play in the first half.
Well, 5:46, that's an eternity in this game to score. We've had some quick strikes, and, for Cedar Crest here, up 28-7, they're just trying to create more space between themselves and the Comets.
Trips to the near side. Custer's pass goes through the hands of Zimmerman. Penalty flag at the snap of the ball.
You've been saying that a lot.
Yeah, I have been saying that a lot. It looks like another illegal procedure penalty. But Penn Manor might have got away with one here if this penalty is against the Falcons. It appears to be. The Falcons had trip receivers here on the short side of the field and only 2 men covering.
Full start. Cedar Crest.
This is going to knock them back to the 19-yard line for 1st and 15.
Nice little flare.
Short gain of 2. Torado with the catch. As the clock ticks down, closer to halftime. 2nd and long.
Yeah, and I can't believe that Cedar Crest is going to get in any kind of hurry either.
And a 21-point lead. They can strike at any moment with these playmakers on this offense. Custer fakes the handoff, steps up, takes off. Makes a move, bounces it to the outside. He's got more room, turns on the Jets, and he's close to a 1st down. A couple yards short as he crosses the 30-yard line. A nice run by Jackson Custer, who's been doing it with his legs and his arm tonight.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't there. He had some room on the outside and picks up some really valuable yardage there.
Gets him in a good down and distance here. 3rd and short, 2 yards to go. Keep this clock moving closer to halftime. So the clock stopped now since he ran out of bounds. But if you can take some time off this clock, punch it in the end zone, it's going to be demoralizing for this Comets defense as another 1st down. Zimmerman carries for the Falcons. And the chains will move once more for Cedar Crest.
Yeah, nice job here. Just, actually doing a great job in, I think, trying to score and not leave much time on the clock for Penn Manor, to counter. They're just methodically moving the ball down the field here right now.
It's a tough task here for the Comets. You got to get off the field here without giving up any points. It's already a 21-point game, and the offense is turning into a one-dimensional offense via the passing game. Here's a deep pass from Custer. It's complete, and it's going to be another Falcon touchdown as Jack Warren-Abbage has it again for his 2nd touchdown of the night to extend this lead.
There wasn't anybody within 10 yards of him there, James. Yeah, unfortunately, don't have that replay, but I'll tell you what. People saw how wide open he was.
Another big play from the Falcons offense as they send out Bowman.
Flag on the play. I think I'm going to hear that in my sleep tonight.
We might, yes. That is got to be at least the 10th flag, if not 12th.
Mm-hmm.
It's
been ugly.
There's a lot of yellow on that field, not just the lines on this multi-purpose surface here at Millersville University.
I wasn't entirely sure what that signal was all about. I'm interested to hear what the public address announcer has to say about that. Illegal substitution or?
He's talking to the coach now.
Well, looks like they've got it sorted out, and we're ready for the extra point. Okay.
Here we go. Bauman looking to try to make it 5 for 5 on extra points here in the first half.
I'll move it up a little bit.
And the extra point is up, and it is good. 35-7 is your score. Just under 4 minutes left to play in the second quarter.
Well, we are going to bring in one of our sponsors, and we will be back shortly.
And we're back here. 35-7 the score as the Falcons get set to kick it off. As Eli Beard will get ready to send it deep to the trio of Comet return men. And that one goes into the end zone for a touchback. And the Comets will have 1st and 10.
Yeah, and now it just comes down to, the coaches are just going to have to compartmentalize, each particular series, each particular drive, each particular down. Obviously you can't get 28 points in one possession, but you have to start making just some short-term goals to accomplish in this game now.
Start small and build from there, as here comes the handoff and a nice run for a few yards for the Comets. It's Guthrie carries again for the Comets. Gain of 2 yards. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And again, that Falcon defense just has been outstanding against the run tonight. They've really played their assignments well. They've, Penn Manor's thrown some misdirection at them. They've stayed home and done a great job.
There's a nice defensive play in the backfield.
So that slicing.
Connor McCracken in the backfield to blow that play up on the reverse.
Yeah, just a really great job there. He just split the gap and went right for the ball carrier. Great job by McCracken there.
But yeah, the Falcons are firing on all cylinders, offensively, defensively, outside of the one deep pass, 74-yard pass that the Comets completed in the first quarter in our run of 3 touchdowns in 55 seconds. This defense for the Falcons has been stout. Here's another play as the Comets have it, a short pass, and he stopped well short of the first down, and the Comets are going to have to punt again. That pass was complete to Randy Guthrie, who was brought down very quickly by that Falcons defense.
2 minutes, 13 seconds. That should be plenty of time for a score in this game. My God, and a timeout called.
Cedar Crest takes the timeout.
We're going to bring it into our broadcast booth here. Bruce Badgley, James Hine. James, I'll tell you what, it's been quite a game so far. A lot of scoring, a lot of penalties. Boy, I tell you what, Cedar Crest, though, really done a great job on both sides of the football.
Yeah, they're looking really sharp. They're coming off of a 19-3 loss to Warwick last week. They're showing that they're angry, and they're ready to get this thing kicked up as section play starts now. And it's going to be a tough run for Cedar Crest with some of these teams they have coming up. They have Wilson and Reading and plenty more tough matchups as they work through this section. So the Comets get set to punt. Turn man for the Falcons is standing at his own 45-yard line. Jeffers the punt. It should be Torado, I believe, back to receive.
Oh!
And that one goes out of the end zone for a safety. Add 2 points for the Falcons. And they're scoring without touching the football.
Yeah, that was quite a way. I thought he was actually going to, kick that out. The main thing is that particular case for the kicker is to make sure that the ball does go out of the end zone, because he doesn't want to pick it up and getting tackled in the end zone, because then it's a touchdown.
Just a tough start to the season here for the Comets. They're trying to figure it out. It looked like we had a spark that was going to ignite this Comets offense with that big play, 74-yard pass for the touchdown from Smee. And since then, the Falcons have stepped up and just closed the door. They're up 30 points, 2 minutes and 14 seconds until halftime. And they're about to get the punt here after the safety to try to put more points on the board and extend this lead going into halftime.
Yeah, the scoreboard clearly reflects the dominance of the Falcons tonight.
Zimmerman and Torado deep, standing at the 30-yard line for the Falcons as the Comets. Jeffers kicks it off, bounces at the 40-yard line, is picked up by Torado. He turns on the Jets. He's got room, and he gets it up towards the 40-yard line of the Comets. Is going to be brought down at the 41. It'll be 1st and 10. And here come those Falcons knocking on the door with 2 minutes and 6 seconds to play in the half.
Yeah, look at that field position. Starting at, I think, the 42-yard line there.
Well, this is definitely the start you want when you're on the road. You want to come in, put points up on the board early, and The Comets have not had an answer on either side of the football for this Falcons team.
But you made a great point about, a road win. Learning how to win on the road. These guys had some adversity getting here and what have you. I mean, guys rolling in at 5:45, putting on their, shoulder pads on the field. It's pretty crazy.
There's Jackson Custer on the read option. He's going up the sideline, gets tripped up, and he's going to be brought down near the 10-yard line. Another read option play from the Falcons, and this time Custer keeps it and a chunk play to get them down inside the red zone at the 9-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal for Cedar Crest.
Custer has been impressive with his speed.
He's got a couple of gears. When he's reading that offense, if he keeps it, he starts out slow, reads where the defense is coming from, and then he turned it on late on that run and got them down to the 9-yard line. There's Custer. Motion by Tirado. Hands it off to Zimmerman this time, and he's met in the backfield. A loss of a yard on the play. As that's all right for the Falcons as time will continue to tick off. You want to keep this football with only a couple of seconds remaining here in the first half.
They still have 2 timeouts. And you're exactly right. I mean, they can dictate here so that, they're going to try and score. I mean, they're going to score any which way they can, but they want to try and score with the least amount of time left on the clock.
Here's the pitch to Tirado. He's bouncing off tackles, and he's into the end zone for a touchdown. And the Falcons score again. They've been faking that motion with Tirado all night long, and this time they pitch it to him. As you see him go around the outside, break a tackle, bounce off another, and then break that leg tackle as he gets spun down in the end zone for another touchdown from Cedar Crest.
Boy, I tell you what, they are just on autopilot right now, the Falcons.
They have a lot of playmakers on that offensive side of the football, and they're using every single one of them tonight.
Coach Lambros, I think he is kind of, keeping things tight to the vest. I mean, he's got a really good football team out there, James. What do you think?
Yeah, for sure. This team is definitely angry. And they're showing how talented they are and what a threat they are in this league this year.
Well, and the single biggest thing, I think we've been talking about it pretty much, the entire game, is the fact that they've got it all. I mean, offensively, they've got a deep passing game. They got a short passing game.
Dual threat quarterback.
Dual threat quarterback. Really strong running game. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure, man, Township and Wilson are looking over their shoulder a little bit here. I'd be surprised if Coach Doms isn't watching this game.
Yeah. It's been a show here in the first half for these Falcons. 1:16 left. The Comets trying to piece it together and try to get some points on the board here going into halftime. Get some momentum, some confidence brewing on this Comets sideline to try to build up this season as the ball kicks into the end zone.
But yeah, I mean, Thursday night special, and that's the thing about this is this Thursday night game is like everybody's has the opportunity. They're probably seeing, hey, there's the score. Let's turn that. We got to see what's going on.
Yeah.
It's the say what game, not that there's that many games to say what about on a Thursday night, but say what?
Well, it's pick your poison for the Comets. They're having a difficult time stopping the deep pass, but then they stop. They have some good defense. They can't stop the run on some of those plays, and they're just getting chunk plays, putting points up quick. And here's a pass a little high, and it's going to fall to the ground. That pass was intended for Nate Ruiz.
Down to 1:10 until halftime. Penn Manor, trying to get some more points here on the board, but boy, 44-7. Clock's running the second half, so.
The trip receivers here down towards the near side. Smee's in the shotgun formation, running back to his left. Here's the pass towards the sideline. It's caught. And some room to run now, closed quickly from those Falcons. Colin Robinson with the catch. As we're ticking under a minute here.
But again, look at how many Falcons just swooped to the ball there. You know, I mean,
Starry's
five
been all
guys.
over the field on defense for the Falcons tonight.
You didn't get that swoop to the ball, you know, Falcon. Ha 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 ha.
I'm laughing inside. As this should be the last play of the half if they choose to snap it. There's the snap. Smee drops back, lets it fly. Pass is complete and met immediately and brought down. Here's the Comets receiver.
Well, you can see the defenders really trying to rip the ball out. Who was that? I can't get that number. I mean, he's really just jerking at the ball there.
It looks like it was Ruiz.
Yeah. 6.6 left, and we got a timeout.
Yeah, 4th and 6.
So on the incompletion, the clock is stopped, so there'll be one more play.
That was completed, and they just ran the clock here.
Okay.
So we're going to head to halftime with the score. Cedar Crest 44, Penn Manor 7, and an explosive first half for the Cedar Crest Falcons. While Penn Manor is trying to get their footing here early on in this season. It's a fight for points so far this season for the Comets, and they're fighting hard. But they have a tough task up here tonight with the Cedar Crest Falcons.
Yeah, absolutely, James. And I tell you what, it's really tall order to try and defend all of the weapons for the Falcons. I can tell you that. Listen, we are going to step away for a few moments, probably run a few commercials here and there, but we want to thank all of our sponsors for tonight's game: Palumbo Foods, CBL Custom Apparel, the Reading Raptors, Wyomissing Family Restaurant, UECU, Leo Design Gallery and Flower Shops, the Surgical Institute of Reading. Let's not forget May's Sandwich Shop and the Bulldog Hour. Our buddy Joe Mays. Thanks for your support of these broadcasts. Like I said, May's Sandwich Shop over there on West Lawn, I tell you what, just does a great job. And the Bulldog Hour, probably the best single, team-focused podcast that there is in the state of Pennsylvania. So listen, we're going to go away for a little bit, and we will be back in a little bit. Thanks a lot for tuning in tonight.
Fans, welcome back. I'm James Hine alongside Bruce Badgley, bringing you action here live from Crist Field on the campus of Millersville University. The visiting Cedar Crest Falcons lead the Penn Manor Comets by a score of 44-7 as we get ready to break out of halftime here. The band has performed and cleared the field. Cedar Crest taking the field now. We await the arrival of the Comets as here they come out of the locker room, and a tough uphill battle here for the Comets. It's a matter now of finding your footing, getting in gear, building slowly to get you to the next game, and hope that you can put this together. It's been a struggle early on the offensive side of the football for Penn Manor, and it's there. We've seen it tonight with a couple of nice runs and a big play, 74-yard touchdown, but outside of that, it's been all Cedar Crest.
Yeah, all Cedar Crest, and, you have to believe that Coach Brubaker and that, Comet staff is going to focus on, teaching elements here and, compartmentalize what they want to do. Let's just win first down. Let's get a first down. Let's, put things together. Really kind of back things up into the most basic of elements of football. And, on the flip side, the Falcons, I tell you what, it's going to be running clock. I don't expect that we're going to see the starters, very deep into the third quarter. On a short week, both of these teams, a little bit different approaches, each one. But, the Falcons, they really look like they're going to be a player in this Lancaster Lebanon League Section 1 race. What do you think?
Yeah, they have plenty of talent on the offensive side of the ball, and they are fast on defense. They close on the football quickly. So even when it looks like the Comets have some space to move with the football, there's 3 Falcons right on top of them really quickly, not allowing them to move the football downfield. And it's been a struggle all night long for Penn Manor. And on the other side of the football, the Comets are getting big plays on the ground. They're getting big plays in the air. And their misdirection and read options and just deep balls in general, there's been 50-50 balls. There's been guys wide open. And the Falcons' play calling has been on the ball today. And that's why they got this big lead, 44-7.
And we want to thank the supporters of these broadcasts, Palumbo Foods, CBL Custom Apparel, the Reading Raptors, Wyomissing Family Restaurant, UECU, Leo Design, and Flower Shop, Surgical Institute of Reading, our buddy Joe Mays Sandwich Shop, and the Bulldog Hour. Thanks so much for your support of Flagship Network, BNB Media, and Lancaster Lebanon League football.
Speaking of the Bulldogs, Wilson is the next opponent for Cedar Crest. Cedar Crest will head to Wilson next week in a matchup that I'm looking forward to seeing.
Yeah, quite honestly, everybody's kind of looking at Wilson and Manheim Township as the 2 primary sources for a Section 1 champion. Let's not forget Cedar Crest here, and let's not forget Cedar Crest forgetting even about the Lancaster Lebanon League. Let's take a look at, Cedar Crest in the whole equation of 6A district football. I mean, they have it all. A good defense, solid offense, speed, running game, deep passing game. People are going to start to take notice of these guys, that's for sure.
Yeah, you have a great night going right now for quarterback Jackson Custer. He's been lighting it up through the air, and he's been keeping that football and cracking off some big runs for this Falcons offense. And the Falcons are going to get the ball here coming out of halftime, looking to add to this lead. The clock will be a running clock once we get underway. And the Falcons haven't kept the ball on the ground all that much. As we've seen in the first quarter, we had 3 touchdowns in 50 seconds. And then since then, it's been all Falcons.
Yeah, it sure has. And they've done it a lot of different ways. The deep passing game, and, we've been touching on that, but really solid running game, good RPO decision-making by quarterback Custer. I mean, good speed on that team as well, both offensively and defensively.
Zach Jeffers is set to kick it off. Zimmerman and Tirado deep. Tirado lets it trickle out of bounds, and another kickoff goes out of bounds for the Comets. And good field positioning again coming for the Falcons, as we'll see if last time they had them re-kick it, and this time.
Yeah, I think they're just going to take it at the 35-yard line. Yep. I mean, with running clock and what have you, yeah, I think that Coach Lambros is probably going to move this right along. See who we've got in at quarterback. I would guess he's going to bring out his starters for at least one series.
Yeah, Jackson Custer is out there, and Isaiah Zimmerman is to his left. 3 wide receiver set. Tight end on the far side. Here's a run. That's Custer. He keeps it again, and he's got himself 7 yards.
Really good job.
8 yards on that one. So a nice night on the ground for Custer. He's just been making the right decision. They've been getting 4 or 5 yards, if not more, on each run play between him and Zimmerman. And then they mixed in Tirado late in the first half to get that touchdown to go up 44-7.
Well, the key thing is that the defense has to account for Custer.
What a pitch. And now Tirado has it. He turns on the Jets, and he's fast. Breaks another tackle. And he's finally forced out of bounds at the 34-yard line of the Comets. And the Falcons are moving again. We got a player down on the field for the Comets on the far side of the field.
Yeah, I don't like to see that. We've had a couple injuries tonight.
Yeah, the Comets are a little bit banged up tonight. Good to see the player is up and walking off the field now. Looks like it's Jemai Torres making his way to the sideline after that being injured there on the field. Hopefully everything's all right. He can get back out there. We've said his name a few times tonight on the offensive side of the football. He's had a couple of flash plays for the Comets. And it's 1st and 10 for the Falcons. Ball at the Comets' 34-yard line. Custer hands it off to Zimmerman. Zimmerman bounces around. Finally grabbed and pulled and brought down after a gain of 7.
Yeah, I think that you're going to see it pretty much on the ground here for Coach Lambros, the rest of the way.
Second and 4. Custer in the shotgun. Hands it off again, and Zimmerman's got more room. He's making his way to the far side of the field, and he's going to score.
Wow.
Great ball carrier vision there from Zimmerman as he went right up the gut.
And then bounced it to the outside.
And bounced it outside, Bruce. Yep, that is right. And what a nice run. That combination of Custer and Zimmerman is scary on the ground, especially if they're going to keep getting this kind of blocking they are from that offensive front.
It's been a complete package tonight for the Falcons.
think they've had maybe 1 or 2 penalty flags, and that is probably the worst thing that's happened outside of that long 74-yard touchdown. And we got whistles and flags on the play on the extra point.
Yeah, I think the Comets jumped there.
Offsides. Penn Manor.
So we'll try it again. Here's Bowman. He stays perfect on the night, the senior. 6 for 6.
10-11 left in the third quarter. The score is Cedar Crest 51. Penn Manor 7.
Actually, he's 7 for 7. But 51-7 now is the score. As even when they're running the football, it only takes a few plays for the Falcons to score.
It sure, I tell you what, it's been a clinic, and we want to thank our sponsors of this event, Palumbo Foods, CBL Custom Apparel, the Reading Raptors, Wyomissing Family Restaurant, UECU, Leo Design Gallery and Flower Shop, Surgical Institute of Reading, Mays Sandwich Shop, our buddy Joe Mays, and the Bulldog Hour. Thank you so much for your support.
Yeah, thanks for tuning into the flagship network, B&B Studios. More action coming to you tomorrow, Twin Valley and Elko.
Yeah, that is going to be a good one. Twin Valley definitely having a season, but Elko coming off of a big win. Had them on B&B Network a little bit earlier against Conrad Weiser in a Thursday night special.
We're doing our best to compete with the NFL Thursday night schedule. We
You
got
know,
we got the early time slot.
How do you find it? I mean, I'm sitting there like trying to figure out how to get the Prime Video. I'm seeing like all these ads and, hey, it's on Prime. I mean, well, okay, where do you get that? Well, I'm sure probably there's a lot of females out there that can tell us how to get to Prime and everything about Prime, but not me. So I'm glad I'm doing this game.
Smee in the backfield. We got motion from Ruiz, and the handoff goes to the running back. I believe that is Guthrie. Penalty flag late. Could be unnecessary roughness.
And again, I tell you what, really worth tuning in tomorrow night for that Elko Twin Valley game. Twin Valley, one of the top-ranked 4A schools in the state, let alone in District 3. Now, I saw one of the top-ranked 4A teams in the state last week. I do games for Penn Live, and Susquehanna Township. Boy, there's that's a loaded group. I mean, they went away with a 61-10 win, so I guess I'm good for somebody's offense when I do these games, right?
It was 1st and 10 at the 37 for the Comets. Smee hands it off again. Running back bounces it to the near side, cuts it upfield. And a tough run for a gain of 3 yards to the 40-yard line.
Handoff goes to number 12, Jack Warfel.
Jack Warfel getting some action in the backfield now for the Comets. He's had a couple of nice returns on kickoffs here tonight.
The Comets have looked good. They just need to put things together, and that's been their issue, is putting these drives together. Obviously, it was great to see that long 74-yard touchdown pass, but some sustained drives are what's been lacking, and here they go.
Another nice run there by Warfel. And he's got a first down. He's inside the 40-yard line, brought down at the 37.
Well, he hit that hole and just exploded right through it. A lot of speed there.
Yeah, well done by the senior running back for the Comets. Ruiz in motion. They fake it to him, give it to Warfel. He cuts it upfield. He has another nice gain as he keeps those legs moving and fights forward for a few more yards. He's going to have a 9-yard gain. Bring up 3rd and 1, or 2nd and 1, sorry.
The defensive player almost held him up to get more yardage on that play.
Warfel still in the backfield with Smee. Motion here from Ruiz. They give it back to Warfel. He breaks a tackle in the backfield, and he's off. He's got a first down inside the 25-yard line, stopped down at the 24. Skylar Sherman gets in there for the Falcons. So that clock keeps ticking, but the Comets putting together a nice drive here.
Yeah, their best drive of the night. Drive. That 74-yard touchdown pass, I think, came on like a second play of a drive. This is really the first sustained drive that they've had all game long.
They had their second drive. They went
a little
about
success,
25 yards and then got themselves stuffed on 4th and short. And here's Warfel to the outside. Can he get to the end zone? No, he's brought down at the 6-yard line. Another nice run. I think they found something here with Jack Warfel running the football for the Comets. He's been breaking that first tackle and then turning on the Jets and getting some extra yards on this drive. As Smee comes back into the huddle with the play. Comets looking for their second touchdown of the night. They go back to Warfel. He breaks another tackle, but then he's met at the 5-yard line and gets stopped. It'll be 2nd and goal at the 5.
Yeah, I think that, this particular drive, it means a lot more than just 7 points in this game. I think it can add a lot more confidence for this Penn Manor team down the road. That they can put together a sustained drive against a good opponent when they need to.
Well, they came out of the gate and they ran into penalty problems early. So they didn't get to really do what they wanted to come out and do. Maybe at halftime here they took the time to reset, settle, come out with the offense they wanted to start with. As their Smee is hitting the backfield and he lost the football. And it's going to be Cedar Crest ball.
Wow.
A tough play there. He wanted to throw it but then decided to keep it. And the Falcons knock it out of his hand and then recover.
Well, just a microcosm of the night there for the Comets.
Yeah, we're having success on the ground, went to throw, and just an unfortunate turn of events there. Gives that ball back to the Falcons.
So just under 4:20 remaining here in quarter number 3. Thanks for joining us here.
Here's the play. We got a new quarterback in there, and the running back has touched the ball earlier tonight. That's Josh Triosh.
Yeah, here on Flagship Network.
Triachi. Sorry there, Josh
That's
Triachi. Needed some help there from the PA announcer as R.J. Young is in at quarterback now for the Falcons.
Yeah, Young, a senior. Big guy.
6'7", 235. You can tell that he's out there.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's the biggest guy out on the field, and he's playing quarterback.
There's the handoff to Triace. And he's close to another Falcons first down, and we'll see where they spot it. They're going to give him the first down as they move the chains. Triace has the ball up to the Cedar Crest 28-yard line.
Spreading things out there a little bit.
I don't know if I'd be willing to bring down an R.J. Young if he was running that ball like Jackson Custer was earlier. As they hand this one off to Triace.
But that's a big difference in size between Triace and R.J. Young. I mean, Triace's 5'5". R.J. Young is 6'7".
He probably has to squat down to get him the football.
Exactly. That's a very interesting there, the size differential between the quarterbacks and the running back.
There it is, 1st and 10. They go back to Triace, and he's bouncing off some tackles. A good fight, but no gain on the play.
So winding it down here, down to about a minute 20 remaining in quarter number 3. 51-7. And don't forget, Elko visits Twin Valley tomorrow night here on Flagship Network.
Young pitches it out. And another nice run for a first down. Looks like that was Eli Beard out there.
I think that'll be the last play of the quarter.
And we wind down under 30 seconds. 51-7. This game has come to a screeching halt as far as scoring goes. A lot of scoring in the first half.
Yeah, absolutely, James. But that's, the idea here. Very little in doubt coming into the second half. That's why, instituted a running clock. And granted, these players, they practice to earn, playing time. But that's going to do it for the quarter.
Yeah, Beard with another nice run. A sophomore getting some playing time here late in the game as we head to the fourth quarter. The score 51-7 in favor of Cedar Crest.
Yeah, we're going to keep it right here, James. And, want to talk just a little bit about our great sponsors and also tomorrow night. Tomorrow night we've got Elko at Twin Valley. Big time Section 4 battle. And Twin Valley, I'll tell you what, one of the top teams in 4A in the state. Elko coming off a big win. And that's going to be very interesting for sure. What do you think?
Yeah, we're going to be tuning in to check that one out.
And we want to thank our sponsors, Palumbo Foods, CBL Custom Apparel, the Reading Raptors, Wyomissing Family Restaurant, UECU, Leo Design Gallery and Flower Shop, Surgical Institute of Reading, May's Sandwich Shop, and the Bulldog Hour. So thanks so much for your support of our broadcasts.
All right, here come the Falcons. Ball at the Comets' 30-yard line. Took the air out of the football here in the second half and have been having plenty of success on the ground as we have another quarterback in here. That's Kai Speaks, and he hands it off for a loss of a yard on the play. I didn't get a chance to catch if that was Beard.
You know, one of the things that I talked to just about every single head coach in District 3 between the York Adams, Mid-Penn, and Lancaster Lebanon League media days. And one of the things that I talked about with a lot of coaches is how they build depth. You know, how in circumstances that, you know, they're, you know, getting valuable playing time for these guys, because ultimately these guys that are in mop-up duty here are starters in 2 years.
Right.
You know, there's a game plan that these coaches go through in meaningful minutes before every game. And probably one of the things related to, you know, a football game that fans don't understand is that that's really part of the game plan of these coaches, because ultimately the success or failure of the team down the road is in these games and the way that they coach these players up in these mop-up duty situations.
Yeah, you never know when somebody's going to get hurt. A key player's going to get hurt, so you want to have that film on your players so you can coach everybody up, because at some point in the season, or like you said, a year or two from now, those players are going to be critical to the success of this program. Speaks is in at quarterback, and he hands it off to Beard, who keeps it this time.
Oh,
Speaks
big hole.
with the run. He stays on his feet. He fights for yardage. He's down to the 19-yard line, and he should have another first down. Depends where they spot it. It looks like they're going to spot him at the 21.
Fine effort there, but also, you know, with these younger players, you know, there is the recruiting process for college football players begins very early on. So every opportunity that even these players can get out there to showcase, you know, what they've got. Younger players, freshmen, sophomores.
Well, you look at it like, compared to other sports, football, you have high school football, and that's pretty much it, other than maybe some 7-on-7 stuff or some all-star games. But you have to play to get into the all-star games, as Beard's just throwing people around as he fights to the goal line, and he's going to be down at the 1. But you have baseball and you have basketball that you can play for multiple teams and multiple programs to get yourself out there and get some tape out to recruiters. So it is very critical to have the confidence in your guys to send them out there and let them get some reps, so that when it is time for them to shine in their junior, senior years, they have that experience.
Well, you can simulate. You can simulate. You know, there's AAU, you know, baseball. I mean, there's travel baseball. There's AAU basketball. You can't simulate, you know, a football game in any other way, shape, or form. It's only between the lines, and that's what, quite honestly, makes it such an event, too.
Yeah, Eli Beard, he does not want to go down. He is an animal trying to get him to the ground. He is just putting up the biggest fight for these Comets. And his Beard's 5'9", 175, and he's playing like he's 220 out there every time he touches it. Second and goal. Under 8 minutes to play. Speaks, has it, hands it off to Beard, and he gets stuffed at the line. A loss of a yard.
And you can see one of the a really good effort there in penetration by that Penn Manor line, and he just stood him right up.
The Penn Manor defense has been putting up a fight near the goal line. It's just they haven't had many opportunities with the big plays that the Falcons have had. They haven't been inside the 5-yard line often, maybe 2 or 3 times. But here, 3rd and goal to go from the 2. Motion. Speaks, pitches it out.
Oh, look
and
at
a
that.
nice play call as Skylar Sherman finishes it off.
Yeah, not entirely
Looks like,
sure
we
that
got an
we
injured
got that
player
on the replay.
and a penalty flag in the end zone. So we'll see how this sorts out. Take care of the injured player first, down at the 1-yard line. It's been a battle down there on that goal line.
Yes, it sure has. Yeah, I hate to see that, kind of late in the game like that, but still, talking about how important valuable minutes are.
You never want to see anybody go down, especially in a game like this. Just trying to get some reps in.
Yep.
One team trying to get out of here and get on the road to go home, and the other team trying to just piece together what they can to go into practice next week and get ready for next week's game.
Well, we're going to go to a commercial here, and we will be right back.
Where we have a range of options to suit any taste. We're a family-friendly establishment offering a welcoming atmosphere for any occasion or a casual outing. Join us for our weekday breakfast buffet from 7 to 10 a.m. or our weekday brunch buffet from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Want to bring the family out for a weekend brunch? Join us on Saturday and Sunday for our grand weekend brunch buffet from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. The Wyomissing Restaurant and Bakery, located at 1245 Penn Avenue in Wyomissing.
As we get set for play here a linebacker for the Comets, comes off the field gingerly. Hopefully he's okay and can be ready for next week. As Speaks keeps the football, and he gains a few yards. It's going to bring up 4th down. And we'll see what they decide to do here on the offensive side of the ball. Do they want to kick? Do they just want to run a play and chew up as much clock as they can? As we wind closer and closer to 6 minutes to play, almost halfway through the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and you hope that, both of these teams, that was a pretty lengthy delay. Hopefully they're going to, one injury doesn't create others, that these guys get, tighten up or whatever like that. Hopefully you don't get another pulled muscle or anything.
It's starting to get cool here tonight.
Yeah, I got the jacket on.
There Speaks, he keeps it, and he's going to run, and he's going to score. A nice job there by Kai Speaks.
Touchdown, Cedar Crest.
So take another look at that. It's the read option again. Speaks keeps it. Great decision. Nobody near him. Makes one man miss and then walks into the end zone.
Look at that speed getting through the defense. See, now that's a great highlight for his college recruiting.
Well, it's Kai Speaks is a sophomore, and Eli Beard is a sophomore, and they've looked good here in the second half.
They have looked really good, both of them. I tell you, I've been impressed at the depth at quarterback here for the Falcons.
Yep, that's for sure. Yeah, Speaks 6 foot 185 as the extra point is up and good. 58-7 is the score, and the highest point total so far this season for Cedar Crest with 58 points. First 2 games they put up 45, and then were held to just 3 last week at Warwick.
That's a head scratcher to me. It really is. And it affects Cedar Crest more in the district than it does in the Lancaster Lebanon League, because losing to a 5A opponent, is definitely going to affect their power ranking in the scheme of things in 6A. And with only 8 teams that make the District 3 6A final, postseason tournament, boy, you have to hope that a non-league loss to Warwick doesn't do 2 things. First off, I think that they'll get in.
Yeah.
But I think, quite honestly, it's going to be hard for them to host a first-round District 3 playoff game losing to a 5A opponent.
Yeah.
Just the power rankings aren't going to be there.
Here's Beard. He does it all. He runs the ball, and he kicks it. He sends a squibber down to the 10-yard line. And this has been the highlight of the Comets' night. Special teams returning. That ball comes out to the 30-yard line.
Yeah, amazing, when you think about it. These early season games, boy, they just mean so much. Every single game means so much. You might think, oh, well, we had an early loss there, but wow, I'm telling you.
Yeah, they all count, and the season starts so quickly, even before school starts.
Well,
and next thing you know, you're down. You're.
This is week 4.
Yeah, week 4. You have 1 loss if you're the Cedar Crest Falcons. Here's a loose ball picked up, and it's run out of bounds as the Comets still have their starter in there, sophomore Connor Smee. So they got some youth at quarterback there with Connor Smee manning the offense, and then some of their position players on the Comets side of the football are seniors, junior and senior.
Well, I thought, quite honestly, Cedar Crest was going to win this game, but clearly not by this margin. I thought this was going to be a much closer game.
That pass is complete. Smee, it looks like it's Ruiz on the far side of the field.
Sneaks pass complete to number 3, Nate Ruiz.
It was to Ruiz, and a really nice grab there. Goes up, gets it at its high point, shields away the defender. Good job there. And that ball had to travel a long distance.
Yeah, and Smee's been doing a good job. He had that one interception on the tip pass in the first quarter that then allowed the Falcons to extend the lead at 21-0. So there's been some takeaways for this offense. They just haven't been able to piece it all together in one drive. Here's Smee going deep a little bit too far. Incomplete. Intended for Trevon LaRue.
As we wind it down here from Millersville University, what a great facility this is. We want to thank everybody here at Penn Manor for all their support in this broadcast.
Great hospitality here. Always great hospitality. Thank you very much to Penn Manor and their staff. Here's Smee. He's got it. It's complete. That's Robinson with the catch. Just keep little stepping stones here to wind out this game. Keep making some completions here and get something positive going.
You know, if there's anything, if you look back in retrospect of this game, the one thing that really, I think, was the most effective part for Penn Manor was the passing game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they tried to run the ball early in the first half, and they were getting stuffed, and then had penalties to set them back even farther, and then forced them into this passing game. Here's a run. As Warfel's been shining bright, there's another nice run from Warfel. As he has it inside the 25-yard line down to the 22. He's been putting it together on the ground here in the second half.
Yeah, he's definitely, and there's been some good blocking on the outside, quite honestly. When Penn Manor's been able to get to the outside, they've been effective running the football.
It looks like Warfel's injured. He's hopping off towards the sideline.
Hate to see that. Hate to see that. I think he's okay, but
yeah, it didn't look good initially, but could be just a cramp. It looks like it might be a cramp.
Yep, it does look like a cramp. Good. Well, I guess.
I am not a doctor or an athletic trainer, but somehow I figured that one out. It's a drastic temperature change. It was hot here before kickoff, and then next thing you know, it's a nice, cool breeze coming into the stadium.
Well, I had to grab my jacket, that's for sure.
The cheerleaders have their jackets on, too, now. Most of them. Fans are still wearing their short sleeves and
we've had a beautiful weather week, and here as we get into football on Thursday and Friday, it's jacket time, man. So, but then we're al fresco. The al fresco, I think that we pioneered the al fresco broadcast. That's for sure. I definitely think that I need to maybe trademark that terminology, that phrase. Al fresco broadcast.
Randy Guthrie on the carry there. Nice carry as we're under a minute.
Yeah, under a minute. James, thanks a lot. And tomorrow night, come back here to Flagship Network. Elko and Twin Valley, going to be a good one.
This could be the last play. Smee flushed out of the pocket, throws, has a man, and it's dropped at the 1 yard line.
And that's going to do it. Don't think that they'll get another playoff.
Yeah, Bruce, it's good to be back with you broadcasting, especially here at Penn Manor, one of our premier places to broadcast. And a tough night for the home team and the faithful as Penn Manor falls to Cedar Crest 58-7. A game that was dominated out of the gate by the Falcons. They started fast, and they just kept building on that lead as the game went on. And Penn Manor didn't have too many mistakes. They just had no answer for that Falcons offense.
Well said, my friend. And I'll tell you what, the Cedar Crest team is going to be one that is going to, have to be reckoned with when it comes to a Section 1 LL championship and also in the 6A tournament here in District 3. They're going to have a lot to say on who is or isn't going to make, and who is or isn't going to move on in these tournaments. So
lots of good football ahead for Cedar Crest. They have a tough schedule coming up. They take on Wilson at Wilson next week, and Penn Manor will host Reading. Happy to bring you tonight's broadcast. Thank you for tuning in. I'm James Hine alongside Bruce Badgley, bringing you tonight's action. Thanks for joining us.